City Series cigars and Citrus 7s, black cement 3s, 4s, the hairs and bread 11s. No doubt that I'll be wearing some fire at any sighting. With these Dorenbecker 5s, you can see me in any lighting. It's exciting, I'll be flexing to the coldest degree. What's going on, everybody? It's Sneakerhead M Checks. I apologize for the delay, but I'm here with the women's Satin Bred Jordan 1s, currently scheduled to release Wednesday, October 18th. So as usual, we're going to take a close detailed look at the shoe from all angles. After that, I'm going to put these on and step around them so I can see they look on feet. Then I'll share my opinion on the shoe, and then I'll talk about release predictions, reselling predictions, and all that stuff. So let's get right to it. Feels kind of odd looking at a 1's toe box with no holes. Even though that's how they've done all the other Jordan 1s with a satin toe box, I'm just not used to it yet. But I'm glad they did do them like this, because if they would have put holes in these, I feel like it would just look weird on this satin material. So that's probably why they did do them like this. We got an all satin tongue, except for the Nike Air tab at the top. So they got plastic eyelets on these for the laces. Got a stitched wings logo up here. Got a little outline on the swoosh. And at first I didn't like that. I couldn't understand why they did it. But then I realized that outline that they have on these is really like a substitute for the stitching that they put on the regular Bred ones. Even the patent leather pair has a stitching around it too. And I guess that wouldn't have looked too good on this with the satin material. I don't know, but either way it's fine. So unlike the shattered backboard or the black toe satin ones, as you can see, this entire upper is all satin. I mean, yeah, I saw that before on the other side, but just to put it into words. Obviously, the midsole over here is still rubber, but everything else, satin. Here's the back. Now, I've noticed they seem to be a little bit shorter than most Jordan 1s we've been getting lately. It's not a big difference though, like I'm only talking a couple of centimeters. See, looking at them next to the patent Breds on a flat surface, it's not as different as I thought it was, but you can see up here the patent Breds are indeed a little bit taller. Now keep in mind these are the same size, so it's not by much, but satins are a little bit shorter. So the satin continues all the way into the shoe, but the inside feels a little softer or more cushiony than it does on the collar and the rest of the shoe, which obviously makes sense because this is where your foot's going. And I know before I said the eyelets on these were plastic when we were looking at it from the outside, but as you can see from the inside, that is a lie. These are actually metal. He's got red insoles with black Nike Air logos. For some reason, the lighting is making this look a lot lighter than it is. It almost looks like a infrared or a maybe almost even a pink right now, but trust me, it's just as red as the rest of the shoe. I don't know why the lighting has it looking like that right now, but trust me, it's a regular red. And they come with black laces, as you can see. They also have the metal lace tips, and if you look at them closely, you can see they have the Jumpman on them. It's always hard to focus on these things, but I think y'all can see it. And they also come with an extra pair of red laces. What's cool about these is they also come with the metal lace tips with the Jumpman on them. Soles all red. They come in this red and black, what I like to call inverted ones box. Once again, just like the insoles, this is looking a little brighter on camera than it really is. I have my light all the way up, so if I turn it down, it'll look a little bit more red. There you go. White paper on the inside. They also come with this bag. It's black, as you can see, with a red Jumpman on it. So you can see here how it looks. Not really sure what this is for seems pretty random. I mean, the shoes themselves actually fit in here, and it's like a pretty snug, almost perfect fit. So maybe that was the intention. Nice little traveling bag for them. And here's the box label. Women's Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG in black, University red, and white. Here's a quick all-around view of the shoe. Now, if you're wondering why this tongue looks a little bit more wrinkled than it did a few minutes ago when we first got the close-up of the tongue, it's because I actually forgot to do this part. I thought I had all the footage done, threw these on feet, warmed the godsole, and then I just realized upon editing it that I hadn't done this 360 part. So I just quickly took the laces out to give y'all this full 360. But as you can see, they did get a little creased up over here while I was wearing them, so that's why they look like that. But if you can ignore that and the dirt on the bottom, not really a lot of dirt, very minor. Probably didn't even notice if I didn't say anything, but yeah. All right, now let's see they look on feet.
I need something to lift up. I got a lace in my eye like I'm laced every time that I get a new pickup. My fit will be crazy if I wear them out, so I might end up posting some pics up. I'm here with some strippers, got so many ones in this room, I feel like it's a strip club. Cause I got a sneaker addiction, I stack up the money, get all of the heat. I'm calling the plug, like I cannot wait, I need them before the release. I need them right now. And I always keep them in perfect condition, like I got a car on the lease. I got a car.
Now these are crazy. Definitely a must for me. Not that I really need another pair of Bred ones, but I couldn't not get these. They're absolutely fire. Shout out to Create Ink Studios on the t-shirt. Bro's got some really dope sneaker art. He mostly does prints. I even copped a few of those, but he's definitely got some heat. So if y'all appreciate good art, check him out. But anyway, for those of y'all who didn't know, they originally made satin ones back in 2016 in this Bred colorway and also a royal colorway. However, they were both really limited. I believe they allegedly made 501 pairs of each. So both colorways were really tough to grab, and they obviously resold for a whole lot. Even if you look now, my size right now on GOAT, 7,500, which is nuts. There's some other pairs that are a little less. Most of them are around like 3,000 to 4,000. So that 7,500 is really just a high. But you know, even after the ones era has ended, even after these being scheduled to release, those first pairs from 2016 are still going for the bag. So yeah, I never ended up getting a pair of either of those. I really wanted them both, but I didn't want to pay the crazy aftermarket price for either, so I just never got them. So when I heard they were going to drop this pair, I was really looking forward to getting them. But you know, I have my doubts because, you know, they be funny with retro sometimes, especially the fact that I heard they were going to be a women's shoe. I know they love to do weird shit with women's shoes, so I really didn't know what to expect, especially because if you think about all the other women's satin Jordan 1s, you got the black toe Jordan 1s, where I heard we were getting a black toe satin one because of the 2016 satin ones. I'm thinking that the whole shoe is going to be satin. Come to find out, only the back part was satin. Then they did the shattered backboards, and those, more of it was satin. I know the toe box was satin for sure, the back was satin, but they still had some leather on those even. So when I heard they would make a satin Breds in women's sizing, just part of me felt like they were going to do something like leave part of it leather or just do something. But to my pleasant surprise, they didn't do that. These actually look just like the men's pair from 2016. You know, I wish I had a pair in hand to compare them to, and I don't, but really the only difference between these and the 2016 satin Breds is that the 2016 pair seems to be a little bit more high top. You know, if you look at pictures of them, you can see it, but in actuality, I don't even think it's that big of a difference. It's probably even less apparent when you're wearing them on feet. The 2016 pair had the number on the inside. You know, they only made 501 pairs, so they numbered every pair, and they put each shoe's number on the inside. I know how they do that. And they had a different insole. They had like a white insole in there with like a quilted pattern on it. But like, you know, honestly, like, who cares about all that? You know what I'm saying? Like, the number thing is cool, but you know what I mean? It ain't $3,000 extra cool, or $7,000, $8,000 in my case if I wanted to buy those right now on my side. And that's low-key crazy to me because, like, what if I did just decide a few years back, like, yeah, I'm gonna drop a couple bands on these satin Breds. Like, you know how mad I'll be mad as hell if I had paid thousands of dollars for those, for y'all to release them looking exactly the same a few years later? Nah. I'd be mad as hell. So I'm very glad that I did not want these bad enough to want to pay that price, because I would have been sick. I'm sure, and I'm hoping for those who did pay the bag for the original satin Breds, I hope that they got at least, I mean, they gotta have like better quality somehow, some way. I mean, the quality on these is good, so I mean, it wouldn't even make that big of a difference even if it was better. Maybe it's more comfortable. I don't know, and I think that's crazy, but I'm not surprised because, you know, if you've been collecting, you know that's nothing new at all. They don't give a damn how much we paid for whatever shoe years ago. They're gonna re-release it, they don't give a fuck. But yeah, I just know I'm gonna be funny about wearing these because they're satin. You know, it's not like rubber or leather where I could easily clean it, or even suede. Like, honestly, I don't even know how I'd go about cleaning satin. I don't know if it's even possible. Like, I honestly feel like you spill something on these, or you get a scuff or dirt, or I honestly feel like it's over. Like, once you get that on these, on that red, like, what do you do to clean satin? And it's funny because I got the black toe satin ones, and like I was saying earlier, only this back part right here is satin. All of this, the rest of this is leather and rubber. And I'd be cautious on where and when I wear these, when this is really the only part that I'm worried about. So if that's the case with these, imagine how I feel with a whole shoe. I just feel like I can't get, I don't even want to get a raindrop on these, because like, how the satin dries. Am I gonna have a little stain on my toe box if I get a water drop on it, you know? And I don't know about y'all, I'm the type of person, if let's just say I do get some water on the toe box and like it leaves a stain there, I'm not gonna be able to look down at this shoe every time I wear it, and just, that's gonna blow mine. So like, you know what I mean? I'm definitely gonna have to be cautious about where and when I wear these, because I'm not trying to get no dirt on this satin. Rainy days, forget it. In the winter, when it gets all snowy and stuff around me outside, I'm not even gonna bother. Like this for me at least, this is gonna be a dry day shoe only. Like, it's gotta be no precipitation, and I'm not wearing these out nowhere where people gonna be stepping on my shoes. Very, very cautious with these. Also, I could be wrong about this, I'm not sure, but I really feel like just by looking at these, I feel like a crease is never coming out of these, just by the way the material looks. Like, I don't know for sure, because this is my first time owning a pair with the satin toe box, but I've seen crease pairs of the 2016 release, and they don't be looking like they're gonna come out. So just in case, every time I wear these, I'm gonna wear them with force fields inside. Force fields, sneaker shields, sole shields, whichever one you want to use. I'm not recommending any brand in particular. I personally use force fields, but I know there's plenty of other alternate brands that'll get the job done as well. And like I said, I don't know for sure, but I'm just gonna be cautious and do it anyway. Now, if you're gonna do the same thing, don't be stupid and wear them like one time without it because you're thirsty to wear them, and no. Because honestly, all it takes is one time to crease the shoe. Once you wear it, if it's gonna crease, bro, if you take a few steps, like at some point, they're gonna crease. So the way I see it is, if you're gonna do the whole force field thing, you might as well do it from the first time you wear them so that they stay looking like this. Now, I'm really curious on what the aftermarket's gonna be like on these. Part of me feels like it's gonna be crazy. It's a Bred one, it's a classic colorway. They threw the satin on it. The 2016 satins went crazy. You know, people like me are gonna want them, but at the same time, I don't know if that's gonna be the case. I had the same thoughts on the Satin Bred ones last year. I thought the shoe was gonna resell for like 500 plus. It's a classic colorway. Even though Jordan 1s were starting to die out at the time, they still seem to have some hype around them. The patent leather finish to me was beautiful, and I just thought people were gonna like them. And people did like them, but the resale would, for a hot minute, maybe like before release, I know early pairs were definitely going for, you know, 500 and better, but that really did not last long at all. I don't know if it's because they made too many pairs. I don't know if people are tired of ones. I don't know if it's because not everybody was really feeling the patent leather thing, but one way or another, you know, you can check market. They reselling for like 300 or 250 in certain sizes. So if that happened to those, and those are also a Bred colorway, very fire in my opinion, then what's stopping these from doing the same thing? Especially because this is a women's shoe, and y'all know how people get weird about women's shoes. I feel like I say this almost every time I review a women's shoe. Number one, I don't know why people get so weird about it. I could give a fuck if it's a women's shoe, men's shoe, dog shoe. These is fire. If they look like this, I don't care who y'all say it's for. As long as I could equate it to my size, they mine. I have no problem copping a women's 11 or a men's 9.5. It don't make a difference to me, because like, I'm not gonna walk around with a big speaker on the side of the shoe like, hey, this is a women's shoe. Like, I don't know why y'all be so embarrassed to wear a women's shoe, because let's be real, more men are gonna buy this shoe than women. So I don't know why that puts anybody in their feelings and makes them feel weird. But anyway, you got that. That's going to steer people away. Then also, ones aren't as popular as they used to be. And I don't know how people are going to feel about the satin material. I really felt like people would love the patent leather material, because I did. But I even heard people say, oh, I'm not feeling the patent leather. So I really don't know. But the more I think about it, I don't think these are going to resell for anything crazy. The bigger sizes will probably be around like 330. Smaller sizes maybe 250, as low as 200, something like that. But yeah, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, unfortunately, these are only releasing in up to a women's size 12, which is equivalent to a men's 10.5. So unfortunately, anybody who wears a size men 11 or bigger will not be able to get these in their size. I don't know why they be doing y'all dirty like that, especially on a pair like this. And this is why, and I try not to do this every time I review a women's shoe, but it's hard. Like, maybe I should just make a separate video about it. But like, it really kills me that they do this. Like, I don't even know why they put genders on shoes anymore, especially with the way way the world is now today, like, how can you tell me that this is a women's specific shoe? And even if you are, then how are you going to limit it on the size? Like, even if y'all want to make this a women exclusive shoe, I know it's uncommon, but y'all acting like there's no women in the world that wear a size 12 and a half women, which is an 11 men. Like, y'all really doing the most, and to me, it's for no reason. You know what I mean? Y'all would make more money making those bigger sizes, selling them to people, because people are definitely going to, you know, buy them. That doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, so resellers, no matter what size you get, you should be able to flip these. I just would try to flip them right away, just in case the aftermarket on these ends up being similar to the way it is on the Patent Breds. Because I don't know if y'all remember when Patent Breds came out, they were hyped that week. Everybody wanted them as a New Year's fit. So, you know, people were paying the high for them, maybe for like a day or two. But like, as time went on, they started going down and they're not selling for what they were before. So I would definitely recommend for resellers letting them go as soon as you can. So good luck to everybody on copping these. I'm wishing you all the best of luck and get them in your size for retail. If this video was helpful or informative in any way, I really appreciate if you give it a thumbs up. If you're interested in more early reviews like this, if you haven't done so already, please do us both a favor and subscribe to my channel. And also, if you haven't done this already, make sure you tap that little bell icon next to the subscribe button and select all. That'll turn my video notifications on. That way when I put a new video out, you'll get notified and you won't miss out on anything. Thank you all for watching. Everybody, please stay safe and healthy out there, and I'll see you next time.